Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to get your lawnmower ready for the winter so that it starts right up again next year and stays working well for years to come. Step 1 is to let the mower run out of fuel so there's nothing left in the carburetor. Some mowers may have a drain on the carburetor, but mine does not. After completing my final mow this year, I'm just going to let the mower idle until it runs out of gas. You'll hear it start to kind of chug and then eventually it'll just shut off. I've let the mower cool down now for about half an hour, and so the next step is to flip it on its back or on its side so we can clean under the deck. Before we do anything underneath the deck, it's very important to disconnect the spark plug lead so there's no chance of the mower starting while you're working underneath it. My mower does have a blade brake clutch, but I'd still rather be safe than sorry. This should be pretty much the same on all mowers. All you have to do is just grab the little spark plug wire that'll be usually on the front or on the side and just pull it off. Once it's pulled off, there's no chance the mower can start. And I'm just getting my power washer hooked up here so that we can make sure we get the deck nice and clean for winter. And here we go. This doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm trying to remove the vast majority of any grass or leaves or any gunk that's accumulated under the deck over the summer. My mower does have a washout port on the top where you can connect a hose, but I don't find it's very effective, and this works so much better. If your mower has a steel deck, then you really need to make sure that after you're done washing it out underneath that you dry it so that it doesn't rust. Since my mower is aluminum, I don't have to worry about that. And now for the wheels. My wheels are pretty gross. There's bits of grass in there and unfortunately some dog poop on some of them, but I'm just trying to get most of that out as best I can and clean any of the kind of grass staining off the side just so that it looks nice. You'll want to make sure you either turn the wheels over with your hand or roll it forward so that you can get it on all sides. Obviously you can't access the entire wheel when it's just sitting in one place. And give a quick rinse on top of the engine cover and the handlebars, just so that there's, just to clean off any dust or anything that's kind of left over there, just so that it looks good. And our next task is the engine itself. Using a spark plug wrench, just remove the spark plug from the top of the engine. I've turned mine up on its side again, just so that this is a little bit easier to do, and you'll see why for the next step. It's always good to try and remove this spark plug by hand for the last few rotations, just so you don't damage the threads when you're taking it out. And I also always like to inspect the spark plug just to make sure it's looking in good condition, that the engine's running properly. This one looks great. If you don't know if it looks great or not, there's lots of helpful graphics online. I've got some Pennzoil 5W30 oil here which I'll be using. You can use any engine oil, it doesn't really matter. And just take a funnel, put it on top of the spark plug hole, and pour in about 1 tablespoon of oil. Once you've finished that, you can reinstall the spark plug using only your hand to make sure that it doesn't get cross-threaded. Once it's snug, I do use the spark plug wrench to apply about 1/4 of a turn. Just don't overdo it, it's very easy to damage the threads in any engine, and that would be a very costly repair. And you can turn the mower back on its wheels, and for now just leave that spark plug wire disconnected. We don't want to plug it in just yet. Grab the pull cord and gently turn the engine over a couple times. And what we're doing when we do that is we're coating the piston and the top of the cylinder head in the oil we just poured in. This is going to make sure that there's no corrosion inside the engine over the winter, especially if there's any moisture or anything in there that was in the gas. We just don't want it to rust inside the cylinder head. Finally, you can reconnect the spark plug wire and you can then put your mower away until next year and you're finished. In the spring, put some fresh gas in it and it will start right up. Thank you for watching my video. If you found that useful or it helped you out in any way, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it.